Today, I am here to talk to you about musical perfection, because that's what this album is. Rain and Blood by Slayer, released in 1986, F Jam Recordings label, produced by Rick Rubin. It is the perfect thrash album. It's blistering pace throughout. This album has 10 tracks on it. Each track has 3 verses, 3 choruses, and a guitar solo by each of the guitar players, and it still manages to come in at less than 29 minutes in length in total. That's incredible. That is a fast-paced album. It opens up with the highly controversial Angel of Death and never lets go until the end with Raining Blood, where you hear the thunderclap and the sound of rain coming down. The rain, of course, being blood in this case. Dave Lombardo's drumming on this blew me away the first time I heard it, and it still does. So if I turn it up now and I hear that drums throughout this album, it still blows me away. It's incredible. Angel of Death controversy is because it is a song about the infamous Nazi doctor Joseph Mengele, who performed human experimentation on Jewish people in concentration camps during World War II. Some of the singing is from his point of view, some of it is from like a third person's point of view. And this led many people to believe that they're kind of glorifying him, but they weren't. They're just holding up a mirror to the horrors of humanity and just how bad things can get if we let it, and if we don't remind ourselves, then it can happen again. The final lyric on that song is "Rancid Angel of Death Flying Free." So that tells you that this is a documentary style track and not a glorification at all. I would tell you to get it on vinyl because it sounds even better. It sounds okay streaming, sounds perfectly fine streaming, but when you own the vinyl and you turn it up, you really get the depth of sound, and it sounds almost more visceral and more evil almost. So yeah, buy it on vinyl. Rick Rubin does a good job in recording them, as he always does with Slayer and every other band from every other genre you can imagine. He always seems to do a good job recording it. I can't recommend this album enough. And even if you don't like thrash metal, buy it, because you will then own a piece of perfection. Now, there's not many chances you get to do that. And while it's expensive relatively to buy this album on vinyl now, you're talking about 50, maybe £60, it's still cheaper than a perfect Swiss watch or a perfect uncut diamond. This is the high water mark for thrash albums. It's the reference point that all other thrash albums are compared against, and none really come close to. This was it. It's honestly, I keep saying it, but this is the perfect thrash metal album. Tom Araya's vocals are clear throughout. His bass is heard from time to time, not always behind the guitars, but it is heard in certain places. Kerry King and Jeff Hanneman are fantastic on guitar, exchanging solos, and the riffing is brilliant. And as I've said already, Dave Lombardo's drums are brilliant. Absolutely on fire here. The whole album is fast-paced, it's concise, there are no filler tracks on this. It's brutal thrash, but it also manages some interesting tempo changes throughout. Now, after this album, Slayer had a problem because they couldn't release anything that was going to go better or higher or faster or more thrashy than it. So they had to change tempo a bit, change pace, and release some slightly slower stuff. And the next album was, of course, South of Heaven, and it was criticised in some places. A lot of people didn't like it. And then after that, folks start to say they've gone off the boil a bit, but I personally did like it. What do you think? Could you possibly let me know in the comments? Be interested to hear. They were sort of on, as we'd say in Scotland here, hiding to nothing. There was nothing they could do that would keep everybody happy after what they'd done, because you cannot improve on perfection. Go buy this album, buy it on vinyl. It will cost you a little bit of money. Play it loud, and never, ever, ever stop playing it like that, because this is brilliant. Rain and Blood by Slayer, ladies and gentlemen.